That's gonna be so funny.
All right. Look, I made a hashtag the tips. The tips. All right. Welcome to Meet in the Ladies Room radio show. I've got my guest. Everybody knows her as Tiff Bird over here to my left. Welcome.
Thank you.
And then I got my boo-boo down there, Miss Tiffany.
Hey, y'all.
Miss Central Bliss, Bedroom Bliss Styles by Tiffany.
Girl, listen.
Tiff of all trades, as she likes to call herself. So, yes. Well, thank you guys for coming and being my first guest. I'm excited.
I am too.
Yeah, this
Can
is
you
going to
hear
be
me?
different.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I think
Can you hear me?
Yeah, hear us? All right. All right, so let's start off with you on the end, Tiffany. Can you tell me where you're from?
I'm from here. Those of y'all that don't know me, I am from Newburgh. Nah, I ain't ashamed. I am from Newburgh. Born and raised, and I'm still here.
Okay. What about you, Miss Tiff Bird?
I'm from here. I was actually born in Shelbyville, but I moved down here when I was 10 years old. So
Okay.
I just say that I'm from here.
Gotcha. Okay. So real quick, ladies, can y'all give an introduction about what it is you do, your brand, your business, and then we'll start talking about each other.
Okay, I can go first. I'm a licensed cosmetologist, so I do that full time. I do hair, I do lashes, I sell hair, I do microblading. I also have a business called Sensual Bliss. I do image coaching. I teach confidence. I teach dance classes, and I also put on a production every November called Bedroom Bliss. It's a lingerie show and dance showcase. Not me. Let me back up. Not me. My team, Sensual Bliss, my Sensual Bliss team. We put that on. What you say?
I said you were doing it at one point in time.
You were.
They've always.
Hold
been
on.
there.
Oh, wait a minute. Let's go back to the very first one because I was there. Let's talk about that. It was two of you, two chairs, and a pole.
Right. Which we ain't have nothing to do with the pole. Now, hold on.
Yeah, it had nothing to do with the pole. We had somebody else that was doing the pole. I'm saying it was two of y'all with two chairs, a nice old fireplace, and you even did a fashion show that same day, which was epic. That was a lot to be doing.
It was pretty dope.
It was
For our
dope,
first
though.
performance and first, being a part of a first show. So it was pretty dope. Shout out to you.
Okay, so let's talk about where all of that started at.
Well, Sensual Bliss originated out of an idea from a class that I took when I was in Puerto Rico back in 2013. Went on a trip for Memorial Day for my boyfriend at the time for his birthday, and his cousin and a couple other people that he knew, we met there. And they, his cousin, she just kept on wanting me to take this Flirty Girl fitness class. And I'm like, I'm good. Like, I know what that is. Like, it's supposed to be sexy fitness dancing. I'm good on that. So she just kept on. I was like 30 minutes, 45 minutes late, already drunk. I mean, I'm in Puerto Rico, so I was already drunk. I walk into the class, and she was like, hey, very welcoming. You want us to start over? We can start over. I was like, no, I'm just sit back and watch, and I'll catch on. I've been dancing, blah, blah, blah. So I'm just watching and sipping my drink, and I'm like, wait a minute, this ain't no Flirty Girl fitness class. Like, let me put my heels on. I put my heels on and jump right in. So after that, like at the end of the class, well, let me back up. During the class, our boyfriends and husbands kept trying to come into the class to see what we were doing, and she kept kicking them out. So at the end, she made me, Asia, and the other girl perform for them. Okay. And after the fact, like after the class and everything, I had a conversation with her, and it was pretty dope. She gave me some tips and some inspirational information about how to start my own dance business, and that's pretty much how it started. So I came home, contacted a couple of people, and was like, yo, this is what I'm trying to do. Are you down? A couple of them was like, nah, we good. But one of them See Mona, she rode with me and she still riding with me, so it's pretty dope. We here 6 years later, going on 7. So
Okay. All right. Miss Tiffany Bird, let's talk about you.
I'm shy, but no,
You shy?
I am at the beginning, but I'm Tiffany Bird and I'm a bartender at Legends. I have my own drink called the Pretty Birdie. Actually, I have a few signature drinks. Well, I'm not gonna say a few. Couple. The first one, the main one, is the Pretty Birdie that everybody loves. I do those for events. It's at Legends. I also have the Fruity Pebble, and I have the Bill Cosby. Yeah, Bill Cosby.
Wait a minute, because I was in the live. Wait a minute.
Yeah, because people wanted like a drink with brown, a sweet drink. So I made one up called Bill Cosby, which you can make it with any brown liquor. And I'm not going to say the Hennessy margarita I made up, but when Waka Flocka was here, he did ask me if I can make him like a Hennessy margarita. And I'm just like, I'm nervous because I'm just, what you call it, starstruck. That, you know, shout out to Date Me, FAO. Is that, yeah, the FAO boys. Mm-hmm. He brought him to my bar, Waka Flocka to my bar. And when he came, like, I was just looking like, okay, you got to make his drink right. So he was like, can I get a Hennessy margarita? I'm like, a Hennessy margarita? So I said, okay, Bird, just take the, tequila out and just make it. And when I made it, he loved it. He kept coming back for it. Everybody that was with him came up there and got it. So then it was just like a drink, in Legends. So I mixed it with the strawberry too. So, yeah, it's that. So come by Legends, get you a Pretty Birdie, get you a Bill Cosby, or get you a Fruity Pebble. They do sell. I also have 2 talk shows. The Let's Talk, I have a group on Facebook. It's called Let's Talk. Everybody thinks it's called Topic of the Day. It's Let's Talk, Topic of the Day. With over 4,000 members, and what we do is people send in an inbox DM, and we discuss the topics. I also do it live once a month, and I do it at Virtue. Shout out to Virtue. That's the laid back spot that I love. But I do it once a month. My next show is coming up probably like January the 13th. And I also have a cocktails and conversations that I do with my co-host Ebony Burris. And we're going to keep y'all updated on when we're going to have another show for that.
Okay, so back to this talk show, because I'm in that group. I don't say much, but I'm in that group. So how did that start?
Oh, man. I used to be like rowdy, like on Facebook, like a smart ass or whatever, and I don't know. But anyways, I used to just like ask questions or whatever, and people would talk about it. I was like, you know what? I'm ready to start a group. And I called it Let's Talk, Topic of the Day. So when I did that, I got a group, and we just started. Like, I get inboxes all the time. I get DMs. I get texts. So that's how I started. So now we do it live. So make sure y'all come to my live show. Free event, free food, drink specials. First 20 people, free Pretty Birdie.
Okay. Now, cocktails and conversations. What's that about?
The cocktails and conversations, it's like an all women show. All women. I said women, yeah. No men. And we just discuss different topics, and we dress sexy. We dress in lingerie. If you don't feel comfortable dressing in lingerie, just wear a sexy dress. It don't matter. But we just talk about topics, and we sip our little Pretty Birdies. And we had a show in Cincinnati last month, and it was real nice. So we're going to get back on it probably in January, like the end of January.
Okay. So I know you also are doing the rodeo, which is like my favorite thing ever. Mm-hmm. I think I've done like 4 male reviews that's been named the rodeo. And my anniversary show's the rodeo. So I feel like after this one, for my anniversary weekend, we need to collab and do another one. Because I feel like my show's going to be called the rodeo, the Magnificent Seven.
Okay.
I'm just saying. I feel like it was destiny that we should do this together.
Yeah.
Like, absolutely. So I will be at this rodeo filming. I'm not climbing on nothing. But I will. And take lots of pictures.
I want to.
For you.
I have to get up there, but
I will even work your event for you. I'm just not climbing up on it. I'm not.
yeah, she's talking about the rodeo show, which I don't know if y'all seen, but I'm having a rodeo show at Legends on January the 10th. That's on a Thursday, so we used to do the bikini boxing. But I'm going to try this bull out, so if anybody is interested in riding the bull, let me know. It's a $10 entry fee to get on. The first place is $500, second place is $250. So,
and how long they gotta stay on this bull?
We still talking about it. I'm talking to the people about it. But yeah, yeah. But that's good. You know what I'm saying? I might get up there, but I know I can't get up there if I'm giving away, the prizes. But yeah, I hope y'all come out. But we still discussing it. So I bought the flyer out just to make everybody aware, but it could be some changes, so I am telling y'all now. But we are giving out a big cash prize, and just come out and try to ride the bull, dress sexy on the bull, so.
Okay. All right, so Miss Tiffany on the end there. Let's talk about this pajama party, lingerie party you did. I want to touch on that. Because that was the first time I've known you to do that event, and I was pumped. I was clearly there, present, happy. Like, it was grown and sexy in that room.
So, why did I do it? Because everybody's always asking me, one, if we do lingerie parties, and why not? Because my answer was always, nah, we don't do that. We just do a lingerie show. But when I came back this year, I was like, I think I want to start doing them. So, and I was going to do my coming home party / birthday party, and that was going to be the theme, lingerie party. But I decided against it because I had just had so much going on when I first got home that I was just like, yeah, I'm trying to do way too much. And so I scaled back and pushed it to October. And it did. It turned out to be really, really fun. Very sexy. Very mature. I was very proud of the guys and the girls.
Girls were getting worse than the guys were.
Yeah, they got a little loose towards the end.
But that's the purpose. Like, it was exclusive. It was fun. Everybody was respectful of each other. And we didn't have any issues. It was cold. It was cold, but we had a ball.
Yeah. And even the little preview walkthrough that y'all did for,
They didn't know they was doing that.
Oh, wow. I thought that was rehearsed. I was like, okay, they giving a preview to Bedroom Bliss. I see you.
The only ones that knew was my team.
Oh, wow. So you just threw them under the bus. It was like, y'all walking.
I gathered them over at the bar and was like, okay, I hope y'all ready to walk. That's why I told y'all not to drink too much. And they did really well. It was the first time for a couple of those females that, were involved. So it was pretty cool.
Okay. All right. So now here's some good questions. Y'all ready? All right. Any celebrity crushes? We got to talk about stuff that girls talk about. This is Meeting the Ladies Room. So
I don't watch TV. And
it could be
I do,
artist.
But it could
be an actor. It could be anybody. Anybody that you would consider a celebrity crush. Somebody you can't go to Kroger's up here on Broadway and just walk into and be like,
who do I got? What celebrity crush do I got?
You're not gonna like see YFN Lucci and like tear him down on the frozen food section, are you? No. Okay. No. Okay.
So mine is
she's ready.
Of course, Idris Elba.
Hey, chocolate.
What?
What?
I don't know.
What?
I don't know.
What?
I
Girl, we gonna
I only know
you.
people's faces. I be like, yeah, you know the man that play on what's the name?
Oh Lord!
I used to think that Kane on Boys in the Hood was not Minister Society. I used to love him, but
damn, you had to go back 20 years to find someone.
Hey, but you know what? Another one for me is Michael B. Jordan.
Yes.
Until somebody posted recently a picture of Mario, I was like, bye. I was like, oh, he done got grown. So yeah.
It threw me off. Let me see.
Ain't nobody you just saw was like he could get it.
T.I.
Nah.
Shit.
Look, you work in a club. You gotta at least have an artist, somebody, a rapper, a singer. Nobody.
Waka Flocka if he wasn't married.
Nah.
Gucci
Ooh,
Mane.
Ooh.
The new Gucci
Yes.
Mane.
You
There
know
go.
what? Yes. Yeah. I done posted Gucci Mane. Yep.
Gucci Mane.
I done posted him a few times. Yep.
Hold on, before JL Gucci Mane or the new?
The new one.
Okay.
After definitely.
The new one. Hey, because he's beautiful, baby. He's beautiful. Yes. So, yeah, Gucci Mane.
Gucci Mane. Okay. What is your favorite local food spot?
Ruth Chris. Me and my homegirl, it seems like we go like once a week. We're going to have to kind of cut it out, but
That's your spot.
yes. They lemon drops is everything. They stuffed chicken, Lord Jesus.
Okay.
And people be saying I talk wrong, you know what I'm saying? So just help me out. Saparos.
Mm-hmm. On Bardstown Road.
Yes.
Okay.
Hibachi spot.
Yes, either those two. So
Yeah.
Okay. Miss Tiffany down there.
Wild Ginger.
Oh, I love that spot.
That's my favorite.
Off the corner.
I must have had a bad experience.
Really?
Yeah. Because I like shrimp and they gave me like these little bitty baby ones and I was like, I'm a big girl, man. You gonna give me, you know what I'm saying? Shoot, I need some big ones.
Okay. All right. So next question. What is the first song you remember ever hearing that had an impact on you?
Damn, back in the days at the Velvet. What's that song? It was Young Bloods. Is that what that is called? The chump for show with it, and everybody just break out.
The group Young
If
Bloods.
you don't give a
Okay.
don't start, no, it won't be no.
I
Like,
know
you know what I'm saying? Our little crew used to be like, hey. But,
Now, wait a minute. You said back at the what?
The Velvet.
Velvet.
Okay, that was before my time. Yes.
Dream.
I never made
I
it
forgot
to the
about
Velvet.
it. You didn't?
Mm-mm.
That was close
You
to
were
the time I
not
moved here.
old. No.
Look, I'm 38 and I've only
I
been
am
here.
too.
I've only been here since 06. So I
Oh,
didn't
okay,
make it
so you
to
ain't, okay.
I never made it to Phoenix Hill. I never made it to Jim Porter. Quit being
Jim
judgmental.
Porter's, oh my
I just
God.
never made it. Don't be judgmental. I didn't make it. I never got there. I didn't. Y'all. Like, I didn't make it to a lot of places. Like, there's still a lot of places that are here I haven't been to. See, y'all gotta understand. I feel old. And once after a certain time, if y'all don't come get me, I'm in the house. Ain't no leaving at 10, 11 o'clock at
But
night.
that's me now. And that has been me for the last couple years. I think I've like clubbed myself out.
Yeah, because I'm like, if I don't have a reason to be out, if it ain't for work, promoting, I don't have a desire. Like,
Well, see, I work in the club, but what's crazy is that, you know, like, you see the same people, you know what's going to go on, but then I know that, but I be wanting to go out and enjoy myself because I'm not behind the bar making drinks,
right,
you know what I'm saying?
not
So,
working.
you know, but then I'll still get there and be like, okay, I'm ready to go. You know what I'm saying? So,
Okay. So what's your song? It could be even when you were younger.
That's where I was about to go. I was a huge Total fan.
yes.
So, Kissing You.
Yes. We went to high school with them.
Hold up, y'all. What was the, not Adina Howard, the other one that sung Froggy Style? Froggy Style.
Oh, yes. I remember that.
So, me and my friends got in trouble for making up a dance to that. We was in middle school.
And probably doing dances that the song was singing.
Yeah, we got in trouble. Matter of fact, my best friend's little sister told on us. Yeah, and her mother, my best friend's mother, like, summons us to the house and was like, do that dance. And we was like, wait, what? How do you even know about that? And here's Jamie. And I'm like, what? You hate her. And she made us do the dance for her. And I was like, oh my gosh. So yeah, I've always been an R&B person. So I guess that's how. Seeing as though we made up a dance to that song in middle school, I guess that's Sensual Bliss was destined to happen.
So you've been a choreographer for 20 years.
Yeah, I was going to say you've been a choreographer for a while.
Forever.
Right. Okay, so I'm going to ask a question. And I want you to give me the first thing that pops into your head.
There she go.
I didn't. All right. So, are we starting to see the return of more romantic times or times of people wanting to be in love or committed relationships? Yes or no? You're thinking too hard.
Nope.
You thought too hard about it. She's contemplating about it. Your first thought in your head was either
my first thought was yes, but then I started thinking like, but.
Okay, now here's the reason I'm asking that question, because I'm noticing a lot of the memes and a lot of people posting talking about, you got to treat a person X, Y, Z, and it seems like the men are starting to complain more about women wanting to be independent, or that we go out, or that, we're raising our standards of what we will or will not put up with, and they're wanting to seem like they want to be more in love or in a committed relationship, whereas women are like, well, we've been down for y'all, so I'm out here doing me. Yeah, I'm doing me now. So, do y'all... Okay, first of all, are you single or taken, married?
I am single.
Single, and single. There's a difference apparently now. I just found this out. There's a difference apparently now.
Single.
I'm single.
Singly.
It's complicated.
Okay, I'll take that answer. Okay, so we're all close to the same age. Me and you are the same age. Is it easier being a woman entrepreneur, a mom, and being in a relationship, or if getting out of a bad situation and falling in love again? How does that look to you?
It's not easy.
No, I was gonna clarify the question. I think I'm on.
It's not easy for me.
I'm asking you, being that you have all your own brands and businesses, you have a kid, you're doing your own thing, and a lot of times at our age, we've had that run relationship where it was like, yeah, this is what I will and will not put up with no more. So is it easier now being in a relationship, or is it harder with everything you have going on now?
So, my most recent relationship, it was really weird starting out, because I was like, get your shit right before you approach me mentality, because this is what I'm not going to, accept. And he was like, oh, I love that about you, blah, blah, blah. But when it came down to it, like most times, he really couldn't handle how strong of a female that I was, because I don't need you. And no matter how much you say that or feel like that, it crushes men.
Yeah, it does.
To not feel needed. So I had to kind of alter some things to make him feel like I needed him, or so I would just be like, can you do this? I need you to do this. Like in all actuality, I really didn't. But I'm also the type of person that if I say I want or need something and you don't do it kind of like on my time, then I'm going to do it or get it done myself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and that's really hard when you're such an independent person and was raised by such an independent woman that it's really hard to, like, transition. Yeah, like, you know, and unfortunately, that's where a lot of, where we kind of, I guess, fail as mothers at times because, and I ain't gonna say like to, you know, down nobody, but it's hard for us to be vulnerable when you've been raised to be so independent or been raised by an independent woman to learn how to do things on your own and handle your own. It's hard for us to let up and be a woman for our man. And when men, like when you're right, like I have a son, so when he sees like, and we've actually had a conversation about this, me and my son have. So when he sees that there's a strong independent woman in his presence, it is going to be hard for him to like accept that. You know what I'm saying? Like when he starts really getting older and dating and stuff, he's not really going to understand like how to, until I really start teaching him when he gets in relationships, because I ain't with it right now. But it's really going to be hard for him to be able to accept like, yeah, like, what am I supposed to do? Like, where am I supposed to stand when I have such a strong-headed woman? So, it is hard. You know, it's not easy to come out of a relationship and then you built your own image as a, you know, a brand or a business person, and then you have a male come in who is just as strong-headed, just as, you know, independent or whatever, and share that. Like, it's hard, but it's doable. It's definitely doable. But it takes a lot of compromise.
Yeah, I think so, because I found that men are a little, it's an ego thing for them, it seems like, especially if you do have all your own and you're not reliant. But women are supposedly supposed to be submissive, and I'm like, I don't know how that works. And I just noticed that it seems like a lot of women are like, well, I'm good, you know, I'm not, you know, backtracking just to feed your ego. But then, of course, everybody wants to feel love. We weren't put here to like be alone, but it's just, I've noticed for me being a business owner, it seems to be harder because it seems to be an issue, because it's like, you met me, I was doing all of this, so why do I gotta stop for what? Like, oh, the one male that's in the room wants to talk.
Well, is it more or less, is it the fact that you own a business, or is it the type of business? It's
just you own a business, because most women that I have seen that own businesses, to me, this is my personal opinion, I'm saying this, is that we as women work harder, I feel, than men on our business or whatever it is that we're doing, because it seems like we have to do more, to me. So it requires more of our attention, more of our time. So I feel like the men feel like it takes away from them, their time, their attention. And then it leads to the, I don't need you. I want you, but I don't need you. And men, I feel, don't get that. They don't understand what that is.
So for my situation, it was a type of business. Because he came in years after the fact of my business growth, and he didn't understand it. He had never been to a show, so he didn't understand it at all. He just heard lingerie, sexy dancing, and a title called Bedroom Bliss. So it was a struggle for us trying to deal with that aspect, because he didn't know what it was. And we would have the conversation like, well, it's not my fault that you never took the time to understand or to come to a show to experience it. So we had some, that bedroom bliss, sensual bliss was an issue for us. So conversations didn't go over too well many nights.
Okay, so you as a bartender, have you experienced that as a problem, being out working in the clubs?
Yeah, I had a friend, but it wasn't because of that. He was like cool with it, because he was kind of like in the business too or whatever. But other than that, I just can't get nobody. Like, put it like it's like I'm so busy with my shows and with bartending and stuff, so it's just like when a dude try to talk to me, I don't really have time, but I'm gonna have to make time. You know what I'm saying? So I be telling them, I'll be like, I don't know when I'm gonna, you know what I'm saying, get with you. I be busy, and like they'll be texting, why you don't text me back? Why you ain't call back? Whoop, 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 whoop. I be like, I told you I be busy, and then can you make time for me? And I'm like, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Okay, I understand. But I thought you was gonna roll with me. You know what I'm saying? But I need time. So I really need to like find time when, for somebody, but like it do. So
I can fortunately say I haven't had that issue. Far as actually, I can honestly say, far as meeting in the ladies' room, the male review side of it, it hasn't been a problem. The problem is that I'm a workaholic.
mm-hmm.
That's what I get, that I'm a workaholic and I don't know the balance. But I have like 2 teenagers. Before that, I had 4 teenagers, and I'm just like, how does that what's that supposed to look like? Like, I have kids in a home to take care of, but then I have a business, and I probably had a regular, well, let's see, 2018, I retired from doing hair and makeup in 2015. So at the time, I had a whole salon, like, on top of it. So, and I've been doing meat and ladies room since 2012. So, and I think even back then, before that, I was doing the listening room party series. So I've always had multiple things. So my biggest issue is that I'm a workaholic. And I think one of the things I would love to do with this show is give game to some guys. One, maybe that will help y'all learn and figure out some things instead of acting like toddlers. But I think as women, we need to start being more honest and open with each other and learning how to work together. Because I'm not from here, I'm going to make a statement that I feel like in Louisville that a lot of people don't want to work together because they're so fearful of somebody stealing their idea, or
that's true,
somebody taking their shine, or
because it happens all the time.
It does, which is crazy. But my thing is, why can't everybody work to freak together? I don't get it. I'm like, this is not hard math.
Because people want to see you shine, but they don't want you to outshine them.
Well, I mean, I guess there it is.
You know what I'm saying? They want you to win, but
only to a certain extent.
Yep.
Not more than them.
Exactly.
Keep you
well, I mean, Tiff's a witness to this. When I first started meeting the ladies' room, it was not about the strippers. Everybody thought that I was doing this because, she just loves. No, it wasn't about strippers. It was literally us small businesses setting up like a little mini shop and having sexy eye candy at the same time. Like, I think the very first show had one dancer. And they talk bad about him, unfortunately. Like, I'm not even going to fake the funk. Like, they talked about that little baby so bad. I was just like, oh, wow. But, no, like, and it was like the worst. It was the worst rainstorm I've ever seen here in Louisville, Kentucky, right before the doors opened. I think we sold like 60-something tickets. About half of those didn't show up, but about 40 women showed up and paid at the door. And we were just like, wow. And everybody had a great time. And it literally became a thing of, she's getting inboxes. When's the next one? And I'm like, okay, this was supposed to be a one-time thing. Like, this wasn't like, we don't do this forever. And then, fast forward to the show where she debuted, Sensual Bliss. We had over 200 women in Strively Community Center. And we were all looking at each other like, where did all these people come from? 17 vendors, a fashion show, a lingerie show, Sensual Bliss debuting, 2 dancers performing. We had servers. We had a big old fruit table with a big old chocolate fountain. We had food bar, photography booth. Like, it was bananas. And we were like, wow, okay, we really on to something. What we doing, y'all? And everybody kind of broke off and did their own thing. And I stopped and I said, okay, I think we really need to keep doing this. So it never was about the dancers. It was about how can we work together, expand our own demographics and brands by working together, and give these women something to do, because apparently there's a lot of women that don't go to clubs, they don't go out often, and they're looking for something to do. Mm-hmm. And I mean, we've been going ever since, and that's just always been our thing. Yes, sir.
So is that a women thing or is that a Louisville thing?
Louisville.
Louisville? Mm-hmm. Wow. Okay.
You don't have a lot of supporters who like.
You find very far between, and the ones you find, you have to stick with. Like, and you can't, like, get in your feelings. You have to talk it out or be like, you know what, she had a moment that day. Keep it pushing. Because, trust me, it's been plenty of times Tiffany done snapped, and I just looked at her and, okay. And I won't talk to her for a little bit, and then I'm like, hey, what you doing? Okay, I got a show coming up. What you doing? And it just, you keep it pushing. I mean, everybody's different, and I get that. But I think for me, because I didn't grow up here, I look at it a little different. So my thing has always been, I don't understand what's the problem. What are we doing? But I comfortably can say that for what I try to bring to the city and for us as women business owners, that everybody has grown that has ever been a part of Meeting in the Ladies Room. Whether you've done it once, you've done it multiple times, we've all grown in some format, whether you expanded your business, started a new business, got a several going, and you've gotten clientele from it. Because them women that come, they loyal. And when I say they loyal, they loyal. They will track people down. I've got vendors who ain't vended with me probably since 2013 that still are messaging me like, thank you. Some girl came and found me at the flea market, and she remembered me from being at your show. And I'm like, okay, that's good shit, you know, but that's the purpose for me for Meeting in the Ladies Room. So with that being said, that is what I would like to do with this show.
Somebody on my live said there's no support as a business owner myself.
Well, I hear a lot of people say that.
I'll support you.
Look, who is it? Look,
Leah Rich.
Oh, that's Boo. That's the
makeup artist.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's the makeup artist. Glam Beauty.
Somebody had asked me about. Somebody mentioned that. Okay. She said, "Hey, my boo."
But yeah, I mean, I hear a lot of people say that they feel like there's no real support. Cause I would not say real support, consistent support in Louisville. Do y'all feel that's true?
Yeah.
I do. I feel like there's a lot of clicks too. Like, people support who they want to support.
Yeah, if they grew up with them.
Yep.
I've heard that. I grew up with them. Or we're from this neighborhood. I'm like, okay. So, to me, y'all are in your own lanes. Like, the brands that you have built is your own lane. There's nobody else doing what you do. That's just my personal opinion. Been riding with you since freaking I almost moved here. Known you for forever, just through, you know, what you do. But I guess my question to you guys would be is, what do you feel you could do to be more inclusive or to help maybe another female business owner? Like, what steps would you like to see happen in 2019 as far as other women and trying to learn to work together or collaborating more with other people?
I mean, with me, anybody can tell you, I always support, like, whatever you got going on, you know what I'm saying? You let me know, whatever I can do, I'll help you, you know. But, I mean, other than that, like, I ain't asking nobody for nothing. I mean, because, like, I say this all the time. Like, people look at me as being popular, whatever, which that does not matter. Like, you can get all the likes and all of that on Facebook, on social media, whatever. But when it comes to supporting, like, in person, you know,
It doesn't happen.
like, you don't see, and I ain't gonna say, like, you know, I appreciate people that do, you know, but, like, it's just totally different. Like, I don't know. She said networking.
Yeah, networking helps.
So I just try to be as open to an extent, of course, but I just, whenever people ask me questions, or if I feel like like something was addressed and I feel like I have something to share, or an experience of my own to help them, then I reach out. And anybody that knows me that have ever reached out to me or vice versa about business or events and stuff like that, I'm damn near open book. Like anything that I've experienced, I will share with you. Mm-hmm. Like,
yeah, me too.
I have a couple clients now that I'm coaching to help them start their own business. One girl is trying to start her own toy line, and another girl is trying to start her own mink eyelash line. So, I mean, I'm talking to them almost on a daily basis on what they need to do and what they could do, and just helping them set different steps to reach their goals so that they can successfully launch their business and grow their business. Because even though like I'm going through it, everything that I've done has not been successful, mm-hmm. but it also comes with consistency. So and you have to be consistent on so many different levels. You have to be consistent, or you're going to be disappointed. That's it, and that's all. You can't, like, I don't harp on if I'm in with these cliques. Like you said, I have my own lane. So I do what I know I want to do with my business, and I do what I know what to do as far as promoting my business. So, and you can't take it personal. Business is business. If they don't support you, they don't support you. You just keep doing what you do, and eventually they're going to get curious, and they're going to show up, or they're going to support you in some form or fashion, right. Unless there's something underlined there as to why they won't support you. But that's a whole nother topic. So you just got to keep that in mind too, because some people, you just ain't for everybody. Yeah. And that's what you got to know too when it comes to business. You're not for everybody. What you do is not going to be for everybody. So, and you can't cater to everybody, no matter how much people say, I want to do this for everybody. This is for everybody. It's not. My business definitely is not for everybody.
Oh, mine's not.
So, no matter how much I'm like, men can come, it's co-ed, men, you can come. There's still a stigma there that, well, it's a lingerie show. Why do I need to be there? Mm-hmm. Why not? Who don't want to see sexy women in lingerie?
Who don't want to buy sexy lingerie for their woman?
So, and I always get well, do I have to come with a female? No, you creep. But, but no, that's an ongoing joke. Okay. Yes, Andre.
Okay, in that situation, there's two things. One, they're not allowed to come because they might have some woman in their life that they don't want them to come because they don't want them looking at that, because they might be an insecurity thing too.
Yeah, but that's a conversation for another day.
And then the other thing, the fact that if a guy comes by himself, he doesn't want to be perceived as a creep. You know what I'm saying? Just sitting there Googling the females as they're coming down the aisleway.
But they're comfortable enough to be in the lingerie, so no, you're not a creep. I mean, I say that jokingly.
Yeah, it's a self-conscious thing.
But yeah.
Yeah, but a lot of them aren't allowed.
Not allowed. Okay, since you said not allowed, let's talk about this not allowed thing, because that baffles me to death. What is this with grown people not being allowed to do things? I hear so many women tell me, now, here's the only exception I make: when you are married, and especially older women who've been in a long-term relationship and they have certain rules in a relationship. So a man don't go to the strip club, she ain't going to the strip club. That I get. I've had women literally tell me that they dude, not their husband, not their baby daddy, they dude told them that if they went to a strip show, a male review, that when they came back, their stuff was going to be on the grass.
The man told the woman?
Yes.
I was told that before too.
I was like, wait a minute, what?
Not
They
my
can go to the
significant
strip club?
other told me that, but
other women
yeah,
have said that.
women
Like
have
that
said
they're
that.
not allowed to participate or go to certain stuff because their men don't want them around or going. Like we do these trips, and a lot of people thought the trips were all just like with strippers. There's times we go party at a club. Like Dre's been on the party bus with us before, and it was guys that went with us, and we went and had a good time, came back. So my thing is, it's not always strippers, but I get everybody's not into strippers, and that's fine. But this, I'm not allowed, and it's not your husband. Well, you ain't even got kids with this person, but they can threaten to put your stuff outside.
I guess I ain't hip to that. I ain't never heard nobody say they not allowed to do anything. So
I hear it all the time.
That's a new one on me.
I hear that all the time, and I'm just like, wait a minute. But then my thing is, and this is not being funny, I call it the red light district, 7th Street. When I moved here, it looked like the red light district to me because it's like strip club, tire place, food, liquor, car place, strip club. I mean, like back to back, all the way down that little strip of 7th Street. That's like the red light district. When I first moved here, that's what I call it. They open 24/7. The men here have to be frequenting these places for them to still be open and running business. Somebody's going in these strip clubs. So you mean to tell me that at one point we were doing shows every other month, that your woman can't come out and look at a strip club? But you can go any day of the week you choose with your boys.
I've never heard of that. Like,
ooh, child. Look, you need to hang around a little bit more. Because we hear it all the time.
yeah, I guess so. I've never heard
we hear
tell
that.
a woman that.
But this is what I don't understand. It just lets you know how uneducated they are when it comes to like sexuality. Because if your woman goes to a male review, they're gonna come home horny.
And turn your ass out.
Like, why would you not?
Maybe they be
Like,
thinking about, okay, so she done went to this male review show, and now she's horny, so she gonna be thinking about the stripper that was up.
Oh no, they think that they're going to sleep with the strippers.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I've seen that. You know, like
that's insecurity though. My thing is,
Yeah,
if you
I
know
mean,
you
it
going
is.
down in the bedroom, you shouldn't be worried about it.
Well,
yeah, but then, like, damn, like during the sex, like, you know what I'm saying? They remember the strip up or dancing or whatever.
So you say
and
men
like
don't
just
say,
imagine, like.
but men fantasize about women all the time.
I mean, yeah.
It's no different.
I wish she would tell me I can't. Yeah, bye. But we want to set it outside. It's probably ain't got no man.
I've been
Set it outside if you're gonna do it.
I mean, I've heard some of the craziest stuff, like, and then a lot of women are scared to come to them because their friends won't come with them, and I'm like, but why does they gotta be like your cheerleader, like hold your hand, like, not being funny, they not about to walk up and slap you in the face with it. That doesn't happen at my shows. I'm sorry, it doesn't. And my crowd is 25 and older. Everybody's grown, sexy, having a good damn time. Go home. I had, for about 3 years, it was these 4 guys that worked at Ford. They had wives. They kept up with the calendar. We used to do a calendar for the whole year. They would get that calendar and they would call me before every show to get their wives tickets. They freaking loved it because they was like, man, they coming home and it's only cracking for a minute. Because she might have seen a trick and been like, you know what, we about to try it.
Well, yeah. And then she's probably ready looking at him like,
because let's be honest, these dancers, I call them entertainers, are not actually obtainable. They all nice and to look at, but when you go home, what you gonna do? Look at the wall? No, I'm trying to get it in. I'm just saying. So I just don't understand why people don't get the concept. Because my thing is, when guys go to the strip club, what you doing? Going home looking at the wall after the fact? Or are you taking care of business? I think they take care of business. I don't know no man that's going to the strip club looking at naked women and there's nothing after the fact. Like, that's weird to me.
Maybe they're going to a strip club because there is nothing after that. That is there after that.
There ain't no release?
Some people, but you know what? Some people go, some dudes go just because the strip club is going to be fat. That's where everybody's at. I done been to a strip club where, and it's her, it ain't out of town, where they go to the strip club and nobody even is paying attention to the strippers. They in there like
for real?
Socializing.
Yeah,
Really?
they're socializing. Like,
Playing
okay.
pool, dice.
Well, you know, I've only been to some of them a few times, and
it's like the after party. Like, okay, what you call it? The after hours. You know what I'm saying? So everybody's going to be here. Yeah, I see it all the time. They not paying attention to the strippers. Strippers ain't getting paid. You know what I'm saying? I observe. I pay attention. Yeah, but now they going there because it's the after hour spot. You know what I'm saying? And that's where everybody just mingle, socialize, or whatever.
So maybe that's why they have such an issue. Because, honey, the ladies come to these shows and they have we be having people, mamas, grandmas, aunties in there.
Ready.
And they have a ball. When I tell you, when they act out, I just be like, ooh, that's your mama. Okay. But
that one mama.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we done had a few that was like, okay, all right. But, yeah. So, one last question, ladies. I'm going to ask you, who has inspired you the most?
Mama.
Your mom?
Yep.
Okay.
My mom, that's my backbone. And she's also my mom was a preacher. But, like, back in the day, you know what I'm saying? She was, it just shows you that people can change, you know?
And grow.
Yeah. So, yeah, like anything I need, I'm very close with my mama, so.
Yeah.
I would have to say, I got a couple people. I have a couple business mentors that encourage anything that I want to do, and are always there to answer my questions. And then my family. My mother, it don't matter what I do. It don't matter where I'm going. She is always talking about me to somebody, talking about how proud she is. And it took me years to understand that aspect of it. So, because I was just like, random people are coming up to me talking about, are you Christian, God? So, that was, that. So my mom, my sister, and my child, my son. So yeah, my family, my intermediate family, and then my business mentors.
Okay. Well, ladies, I want you to tell people where they can find you on social media and anything you want to plug real quick.
You can find me on social media, Facebook, Tiffany Bird. Instagram is Tiff Bird, and I don't really do Snapchat for real, but it's Pretty Birdie. You know, I like their filters or whatever, but for some reason, I have a lot of people follow me on there, and I don't even look at people's stories or anything. I do not like Snapchat.
I don't even know how to work it. I learned how to work the filters.
Yeah, right.
I don't
Right.
but I have people.
We all on the same page when it comes to Snapchat.
I don't get the point.
I randomly post stuff on Snapchat.
Yeah, like for people to just be like looking, you know, like at the story and just typing yourself like all day long. Somebody used to do it all day long, and that's what made me hate it. Mm-hmm. I'm like, what do you do all day besides snap yourself? Like snap stuff, like
singing songs.
Yeah.
And then you like, I don't get the point. I'm sorry, I don't get the point. My kid taught me how to use the filters, and that's all I have it for. So.
I love the filters though. Don't get me wrong. But as far as looking at people's story, no.
Okay. Where can they find you at, Miss Tiffany?
Okay. So all my social media outlets for Sensual Bliss is the same. It's Sensual Bliss Life. Along with the website is sensualblisslife.com. YouTube is Sensual Bliss Life as well. IG, Facebook, and then Styles by Tiffany LLC. Don't forget the LLC. Hashtag that. But Styles by Tiffany LLC is my personal business page for lashes and hairstyling and virgin hair, all of that. Yes, I do a lot. But Styles by Tiffany LLC on Instagram and Facebook, and then my personal Facebook page is Tiffany L. That's ELLE.
Okay. So we've been drinking on these candy brews. So tell me what y'all think so far.
I'm loving it.
Yeah, it was good. What was
I haven't
mine
engaged
called?
it, but I love it.
Okay, so you had the blue raspberry lemonade. That's Island Fuck.
Island Fuck.
Island Fuck. And then Miss Tipper over here drinking on the tea shine. We call that one gagging.
Mm-hmm.
Like gagging.
I'm just taking it slow.
Yeah, sip so. Okay, let's talk about this pretty birdie real quick.
Oh.
Let's show them the pretty birdies. I think they're so pretty.
Yeah, it doesn't have the strawberry in it, but yeah, this is Pretty Birdies. I have these on the weekends sometimes. I also make them the pictures of them, containers for events like weddings or just what Tiff had. Thank you for that one. And like I got like a lot of them to do this weekend, like for Christmas parties and New Year's Eve parties and birthdays and just different events. So you can just contact me, inbox me,
But we
DM, text.
definitely are going to have that at our paint, sip, and strip brunch because mimosas, pretty birdies, and wine sounds like dope shit to me. Like,
Absolutely.
we're dope. So, yes, absolutely. So, thank you, ladies, for coming on, being here. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thank
Tiffany,
you.
we got some things to talk about. We got a surprise coming in February, y'all. It's gonna
February is such a busy month
It
for me.
is.
It is for me every single year because it's it's the lovers month. So
Are you gonna have a class for February?
Yeah.
Okay.
I need a condo one. I need a
Yes.
condo.
February is
Her
gonna be a
classes are
dope.
epic.
Yeah.
month.
Well, you invited me to the last one, but what did I? Is that when I got to tell?
I think I invited you to Bedroom Bliss in November, and you already had some something else, another event that you had to attend.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but we have Bedroom Bliss every year.
Yeah.
2019 is about to be dope.
Yeah.
Yes.
It
it's,
is.
It's shaping up to be dope. Look, I need to get you guys to go down to this Florida show with me. Like,
When is that again?
February 2nd. It's the weekend before the show here. See, hold on. Flag on play. It's not my fault. That's going to be like the catchphrase. It's not my fault. I got booked to host and book for a show. It's
Good.
Platinum Treasures. They're doing their toy line launch, but they wanted to do an actual male review for the first time in Jacksonville. They said nobody's really doing them down there. So I helped put together a lineup. I'm actually going to be getting on the mic and hosting for the first time. So I'm trying to put together a group of ladies that may want to go because the lineup's hot. And it's going to be, I think, a good, like, little trip and show. And, you know, like the precursor to February because we're doing a 3-day weekend. And it's, like, going to be a lot. Tiffany, what's touching you? It's gonna be fun. We're going bowling, we're going to the movies, then we got the show, and then of course the paint, sip, and strip. Like it can't get no better.
No,
and it's gonna be
a dope
catered
weekend,
food.
for sure.
And we're gonna have pretty birdies and mimosas and candy brews and wine. Like that's the best way to end the weekend. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
And then Tiffany and me got a surprise for that weekend. And yeah.
That I don't even know about.
But you already agreed to it. And I have a screenshot that you agreed. Yeah. I have a screenshot because I know you. You'll try to say you didn't agree.
Cashmere, you gotta come. Where is she?
Cash is involved in this too. Yes. So y'all all both agreed. You didn't ask questions first.
Before we even asked any questions, ain't that some foolishness?
But I didn't tell you to agree before asking questions. You did that on your own. Y'all should know better dealing with me.
I caught it too late too. I was like, wait, this is naughty. Hold on. Wait a minute.
Screenshot. You already got a screenshot. No, ma'am. You already agreed. So,
Delete.
but yes, 2019. So definitely, ladies, I would love to have y'all on again, and maybe we could talk about some more things happening in the city, and let's definitely try to collab. I'm definitely down for collabing with anybody. To visit, she'll tell you I'm always down for anything. So I'm definitely looking forward to this year with y'all.
Yes, I can't wait.
Well, I just want to say congrats. This is your first show.
Very first show, yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you for letting me be one of the first guests.
Yes,
So-
definitely. Yes,
I was like, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, because somebody mentioned to me they had been trying to get Tiff Bird on the show, And like me and Tiffany end up usually somewhere together doing something. So it's like I'm used to that. But I was like, oh, you want her on the show? I'm gonna go and inbox her. She said yes. She'll be on the first show. And they were like, well, dang. Well, you said this, you want it, so why not? I'm like, we'll get her to come on. So yeah, but I definitely wanted some ladies that I knew were about their business and, you know, are very opinionated, because I'm not wanting anyone to sugarcoat anything on this show. I want us to be really real.
Right.
But also I want to open up the conversations that need to be had in this city with us as women. Not as just women, but mothers, as business owners, you know, wives, girlfriends, sisters, daughters. Like, we really need to start having honest conversations again, and it's really not been happening. Yeah. So now we have a platform, so why not? Right?
Why not?
Why not? Well, thank you everybody for tuning in. Catch us next Wednesday. We will be back on at 9 p.m. I believe we've got Nikki from Chase Your Dreams coming on, and Miss Renee with Premier Entertainment? I want to say it's Premier Entertainment. If I'm wrong, I'll correct it. But Miss Renee's coming on to talk about some of the New Year's Eve parties that's going down with, I think, DC Enterprise, their party. So they'll be on and giving away some tickets. So, everybody, thank you, and we out of here.